You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and do you hear that sound? That must mean one thing. Halloween is upon us.
You can take home any of these great Halloween classics for just $7.99. Or rent 2 movies and get them for $3.99. Now, if that's not a reason to scream, what is? Make it a blockbuster fright.
That is right, guys. I thought what better time than now than to talk about some of my favorite horror movies. Tonight, we take a look at The Faculty, directed by Robert Rodriguez. When 6 students seem to realize that the faculty at their high school is acting a little bit weirder than usual, they think aliens have taken over.
These students are starting to suspect their teachers are from another planet.
Sit down!
They're after me.
Guess what?
Now we're gonna have some fun.
They're right.
Aliens are taking over the school. But we can stop it.
The Faculty.
This movie pulls such great inspiration from The Thing and Invasion of the Body Snatchers, to name just a small few. The more you watch such the rich history of the horror genre, the more I feel like you'll appreciate this film. This star-studded cast, led by Elijah Wood, Jordana Brewster, Josh Hartnett, Robert Patrick, to name a very, very small few, does such an amazing job in this film. Written by the great Kevin Williamson of the Scream franchise, he adds such a beautiful horror nuance which really ties the perfect bow on this film. Starting off, I really want to talk about his writing in this film. You can tell how much of a horror nerd and such a dork Kevin Williamson is, because the character of Jamie that is in Scream, it feels like every character has a little bit of him in this film. The character of Stokely is a science fiction and horror book enthusiast, and she kind of predicts the way that the plot of the film is going to be going, and I love that. It really makes you feel like you are her character. When you have that character in the film that is kind of going through the narrative kind of steps throughout, you really feel like you're able to put your detective cap on and be that 7th character in the kind of student group. And to touch on some of the acting in this film, it is such a great kind of time capsule performance by all of these actors and actresses. What I mean by that is they play those late 90s kind of high school stereotypes so well, even though I wasn't in school at the time. This movie to me feels like a combination of movies like The Thing, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, meets American Pie, meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and that is a great 4-piece combo if I've ever seen one, rivaled by the likes of Wendy's, the fast food franchise. They have a Wednesday ad. I don't know. Boo! The soundtrack in this film is just off the charts. From Offspring to Creed, the list goes on. You feel like the needle drops in this film are so much deserved, and they add such another layer to this film. One scene I love in particular is an homage to the blood test scene from The Thing, where they're trying to figure out who's an alien and who is not. The way they do it, the tension throughout the scene is amazing, and it's not just an homage, it really adds an amazing kind of twist and spin on it. This is a film I had such a blast kind of going back and watching, and if you have not seen the film, I highly recommend you check it out. Like I said, watch as many horror movies as you can before this, and then see if you can spot all of the callbacks littered throughout this film. I feel like this is really that diamond in the rough film in that kind of period, where a lot of the films were kind of just going off the same stereotypes and same tropes from the movie Scream, and this movie did a really nice 180 and kind of subverted expectations. You just don't see movies like this anymore. I guess it's just a sign of the times, and when you realize that this movie is over 27 years old at this point, it really, really feels old. But like I said, in that kind of time capsule feeling. Guys, I highly recommend you check out this movie. You will not be disappointed. I think it is a great addition to Halloween horror and a great kind of alien sci-fi horror movie. Let me know what you thought about the film. Let me know if you saw the film when it came out back in the day. Like always, guys, I love you all and I appreciate you watching. If you can leave a like, maybe hit the subscribe button and comment. I love you all, and I will see you next time.